Newey reveals. Huge reason why McLaren is so good this season. Shocking data from Lewis's race has been revealed, and Carlos calls for drivers and teams to be banned after Monaco GP. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Lewis Hamilton found himself at the center of controversy after the Monaco Grand Prix, particularly due to a misunderstood team radio message. The seven-time world champion's confusion emerged during a crucial race moment when he misinterpreted his engineer Riccardo Adami's statement, "This is our race." Leading up to Monaco, Hamilton had grabbed headlines for achieving his best result in Ferrari colors, finishing fourth at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. However, the excitement seen at Imola quickly gave way to frustration in Monte Carlo. During qualifying, Hamilton faced additional pressure when he crashed towards the end of final practice, leaving his team scrambling to make repairs. Despite this setback, he impressively secured fourth place on the grid, but soon was penalized 3 places for impeding Max Verstappen, forcing him to start 7th. The Monaco race itself was disappointing. Hamilton finished in 5th, lagging over 51 seconds behind Lando Norris, who took the victory. After the race, Hamilton looked visibly confused and frustrated. He openly admitted that he struggled to comprehend the radio message from Adami, which he described as not very clear. The critical moment came on lap 17 of the race, just before his first pit stop, when Hamilton sought clarification by asking, "What do you need from me?" Adami's reply indicated that Hamilton could assert himself on the track, but this message was miscommunicated. Hamilton interpreted, "This is our race," to mean he was in contention for victory, when in fact, Adami was signaling that he would race independently, not to support teammate Charles Leclerc's ambitions. After analyzing the race data, Hamilton expressed his surprise at the gap to the frontrunners, saying he had felt he was in closer contention. Reflecting on his performance, he stated, "I didn't know what I was fighting for. Am I fighting for the next spot ahead or something more?" Ultimately, he realized he had wasted his tires trying to push for a position that was actually unattainable. Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur later explained how Hamilton had lost valuable time in lap traffic, significantly behind the leading quartet, highlighting a gap of around 10 seconds. The miscommunication brought forth a wave of discussions regarding team dynamics and race strategy, putting both Hamilton and Ferrari under scrutiny. The implications of such misunderstandings can be detrimental in a competitive environment where every second counts. As fans and analysts reflect on the race, this incident serves as a reminder of the precision and clarity required in team communications during high-stakes moments in Formula One. The road ahead may pose challenges for Hamilton as he continues to navigate his journey with Ferrari, but the determination to excel and learn from these experiences remains unwavering. Stay tuned with us for more in-depth analyses and the latest developments in the world of motorsport. In the recent Monaco Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton found himself reflecting on a tough race. After finishing P5, he communicated with his race engineer, Riccardo Adami, raising questions about their performance. "Tough result," he said, expressing appreciation to the team for fixing the car despite the challenges faced throughout the weekend. A curious moment arose when Hamilton asked Adami directly, "Are you upset with me or something?" This exchange highlighted the pressure drivers face during races. Adami, who also worked with previous Ferrari drivers, didn't respond, likely due to a disconnect in communications. Ferrari's policy restricts radio interactions in specific parts of the track to help drivers focus, which brought about further questions regarding their communication strategy. Ferrari's team principal, Fred Vasseur, provided insight when asked why Hamilton didn't receive a reply. He explained that during critical corners, like those between turn 1 and 3, they must hold off on responses to ensure concentration. "It's not that we are sleeping," Vasseur clarified, emphasizing the importance of focusing during high-speed sections of the race. Ultimately, after the race, Vasseur reassured media outlets that Hamilton was not upset at all, which speaks to the challenges and pressures in the high-stakes world of Formula One. With every race, communication strategies will likely evolve as teams work to balance effective support while maximizing driver focus. Stay tuned for more insights into Hamilton's evolving journey with Ferrari and the dynamics of the Formula One circuit. Adrian Newey, a name synonymous with success in Formula One, made waves recently at the Monaco Grand Prix, not just for his reputation but for his new team dynamics. After joining Aston Martin in a significant role, Newey was spotted on the grid analyzing the McLaren MCL39, a car that has been turning heads this season. The Monaco GP weekend marked Newey's first appearance with Aston Martin at the track following his high-profile shift from Red Bull. His official link-up with the team came just weeks before the season opener in Australia, taking on the dual responsibilities of managing technical partner and team shareholder. With a track record boasting over 200 race wins and a staggering 26 titles, Newey is seen as a pivotal figure in shaping Aston Martin's car under the new 2026 regulations. His presence in Monte Carlo wasn't just to take in the sights. It was a calculated move to observe how Aston Martin operates during race weekends. Newey has spent months familiarizing himself with the team's processes at their Silverstone factory, gearing up for this observational moment. On the famed Monaco grid, Newey was captured with his trusty notebook, a sight familiar to many in the sport. He was particularly fixated on the McLaren MCL39, driven by Oscar Piastri, a car that has recently made headlines by winning 6 out of 8 races in the early parts of the 2025 season. The detailed inspection showcased Newey's commitment to understanding rival designs, constantly seeking insights from what others have accomplished. This intense focus didn't go unnoticed. Newey's observant nature drew him into conversation with Red Bull team principal Christian Horner, a figure with whom he shares nearly 2 decades of collaborative history. Horner humorously remarked on Newey's transition to Aston Martin, comparing the legendary engineer in his green uniform to a giant bogey. This lighthearted banter masked the serious implications of Newey's inspection, hinting at the fierce competitive spirit that drives Formula One. As the Monaco GP unfolded, discussions around the race evolved. Observers noted the notable performances of drivers like Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc, alongside the ongoing debates about previous F1 strategies. Norris, in particular, experienced a significant shift in momentum, while Leclerc's capabilities were laid bare in the demanding streets of Monaco, showcasing the ever-present drama of the Grand Prix. In conclusion, Newey's inspection of the McLaren MCL39 at Monaco exemplifies the blend of rivalry, observation, and strategy that defines Formula One. As the 2025 season progresses, all eyes will be on how Aston Martin leverages new insights and strategies in their quest for success, all while navigating the rich tapestry of F1 competition. The stage is set and the tension is palpable. Who will come out on top as the new regulations take effect? Only time will tell, but for now, the spotlight shines brightly on Monaco and the teams vying to dominate the circuit. The recent performance of McLaren's MCL39 has sparked quite the buzz in the F1 community. Despite murmurs from rival teams suggesting there could be some technical trickery at play, McLaren's chief executive, Zak Brown, insists the team remains unfazed. In an exclusive interview, he clearly stated, "It doesn't faze us." Brown believes the focus should remain on the hard work of their team. He emphasized, "There's nothing to find other than the men and women at McLaren have developed a really good race car." He dismissed any suggestions of a silver bullet hidden within the vehicle, reinforcing that their success comes down to effective development rather than any shortcuts. Instead of getting caught up in rivals' attempts to uncover secrets, Brown encourages teams to devote their energy to improving their own vehicles. In his words, "The more time they want to spend trying to find something that's not there versus developing their own car, quite frankly, is a good use of their time as far as we're concerned." Turning our attention to other notable figures in F1, Adrian Newey has made waves with his assessment of Aston Martin, describing existing issues as weak tools that could require up to 2 years to address. His insights underscore the challenges teams face as they strive for improvement. Moreover, Newey's expertise is widely recognized, with Damon Hill pointing out that his magic wand approach allows him to identify problems others may overlook. As we look toward future races, the landscape of F1 remains as competitive as ever, with teams and their strategies evolving constantly. Who will find their stride next? Stay tuned as F1 continues to thrill fans around the world. Carlos Sainz has recently stirred the pot in Formula One with comments made after the Monaco Grand Prix. His call for a ban on hold-up tactics has drawn attention, especially as he hinted at the infamous Crashgate scandal. The Spanish driver expressed his frustration over what he sees as manipulation of the race, specifically in light of new regulations that require drivers to complete at least 2 pit stops. In Monaco, the FIA hoped to spice up the race strategy after last year's procession under red flags. However, the introduction of the 2-stop rule had unintended consequences, allowing teams like Racing Bulls and Williams to implement tactics that took advantage of the situation. By using one driver as a rear gunner to slow down the pack, they created gaps that benefited their teammates during pit stops. This strategy proved to be successful, as both Isaac Hajar and Liam Lawson from Racing Bulls secured spots in the points, while Williams managed to place Alex Albon and Sainz in the top 10. Sainz was clearly not pleased with having to resort to such tactics to salvage points. He admitted to Days in F1 that he did not expect Lawson to start holding up Hajar so early in the race. This unexpected move put added pressure on Sainz's team, forcing them to employ similar strategies to protect their own standing. The result? A race that felt more like a chess game than a true competition, leaving Sainz disappointed. The comments from Sainz revealed some significant concerns about the race's overall excitement and integrity. He pointed out that despite the new 2-stop rule, the race still felt tedious, citing manipulation of pace as a major concern. It shows that the 2-stop strategy didn't change anything, and the race remains super boring, he proclaimed. Again, his disappointment reflects a broader sentiment that the sport is losing its competitive edge and the very essence of racing. Despite the dissatisfaction, some within Formula One believe that the rule change achieved its goal of producing a different type of race. However, Sainz is adamant that blocking tactics should be banned on the tight and twisting streets of Monaco. He even drew a parallel with the infamous Crashgate incident from 2008, where tactics were used to influence race outcomes. His analogy underscores the severity of what he perceives as manipulation within the sport. The Crashgate scandal left a lasting blemish on Formula One history when Renault was penalized for instructing Nelson Piquet Jr. to crash intentionally for the benefit of teammate Fernando Alonso. This event serves as a reminder of how crucial it is for the integrity of racing to be upheld. Since then, the sport has aimed to ensure fair competition, but with Sainz's comments, it's clear that the conversation about race manipulation is far from over. As discussions of tactical integrity swirl around Formula One, Sainz's comments open the door for deeper reflection on the rules governing the sport and how they might be refined to maintain excitement and fairness on the track. Are these hold-up tactics a necessary evil in modern racing strategy, or do they compromise the sport's adventurous spirit? One thing is certain, the debate is likely far from finished. The fallout from the Crashgate scandal continues to influence today's Formula One landscape. Felipe Massa's ongoing legal battle regarding the 2008 World Championship serves as a striking reminder of how crucial fair play is in this high-octane sport. Massa lost the title by just a single point to Lewis Hamilton while leading the Singapore Grand Prix during Piquet Jr.'s infamous crash. Recently, Carlos Sainz has spoken out against what he considers manipulation of race outcomes, particularly spotlighting the Monaco Grand Prix. He expresses his concern, stating that recent tactics are hindered by teams managing a driver's pace unnecessarily. Sainz believes this practice undermines the integrity of racing, insisting that the FIA should intervene to prevent such occurrences or risk the sport becoming marred by blatant manipulation. He reminisces about a time when similar tactics drew significant penalties, leaving him puzzled at how this behavior now seems normalized in Formula One. Sainz firmly states, "You are ultimately manipulating the race and manipulating the outcome." As tensions rise within the paddock, Sainz points to Williams, criticizing their recent performance and strategies as detrimental to the legitimacy of the competition. He remarked on a strategy that nearly went against his instincts, a clear indication that teams are feeling the pressure to adapt, even at the cost of racing ethics. With the FIA now involved, the discussion around transparency and fairness in F1 is more critical than ever. As fans and participants alike watch closely, the question remains, will the sport take the necessary steps to uphold its integrity? In the world of Formula One, rookie driver Hajar has made quite the impact this season. The young talent, racing for the Racing Bulls team, showcased his skills at the prestigious Monaco Grand Prix, where he achieved his best result of the F1 2025 season, finishing 6th. This placing not only secured him a notable position, but also made him the top driver behind heavyweights like McLaren's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, as well as Max Verstappen's Red Bull. However, what caught everyone's attention wasn't just his performance on the track, but an incident that unfolded just moments before a live interview with Sky F1. As Hajar completed his media obligations and approached the Sky F1 crew, including presenter Simon Lazenby and pundits Jenson Button and Naomi Schiff, a misunderstanding with a fan escalated unexpectedly. The situation arose after Hajar qualified 6th for the race, an impressive position aided by a penalty handed to Hamilton for impeding Verstappen, giving Hajar a spot upgrade. Yet, as he approached the set, the footage captured Hajar scowling at a male fan, leading to some tension right before he was set to go on air. Things took an interesting turn as Hajar ended up following the fan onto the bridge, leading to Red Bull's hospitality unit. Just before he joined the Sky F1 team, viewers noticed he still bore an expression of anger. Sources have reported that the misunderstanding stemmed from the fan requesting a photograph as Hajar left the media pen. Unfortunately, the fan made a disrespectful comment that escalated the situation between them. This incident comes on the heels of another troubling moment in the world of F1, as just a week earlier, fellow driver Yuki Tsunoda faced significant online abuse, which included racist remarks following a controversial incident at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. These occurrences highlight not only the pressures of being in the spotlight, but also the challenges athletes face both in person and online. As fans of the sport, it's crucial to engage with our favorite athletes respectfully. The excitement around F1 is immense, and with it comes a responsibility to support drivers like Hajar and Yuki Tsunoda in their journeys, rather than adding to the pressures they already face. Stay tuned for more insights into the lives of F1 drivers and the thrilling events that every race brings, as we continue to follow these incredible athletes through their highs and lows on and off the track. Tsunoda found himself at the center of an online storm after expressing frustration towards Colapinto during FP1 at Imola. The incident occurred when Alpine interfered at the Villeneuve chicane, leading to Tsunoda facing harsh criticism from fans online. In light of the abuse directed at Tsunoda, the Alpine team and FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem voiced their disapproval, emphasizing the need to combat online harassment. At Imola, both Tsunoda and Colapinto called for a more measured response from fans, urging calm and understanding. Colapinto reaffirmed his commitment to maintaining a respectful environment during a recent media session in Monaco. He announced that he would take action against those making abusive comments, stating he's faced a significant amount of social media criticism since entering Formula 2. Colapinto remarked on the necessity for athletes to focus on their performance, acknowledging that while they can control their reactions, the behavior of the audience is out of their hands. He shared his efforts to manage negativity online, aiming to foster a positive atmosphere among fans. Many fans can be passionate, even aggressive at times, he added, recognizing that this enthusiasm sometimes crosses the line. It's a challenge he's willing to tackle, as he knows firsthand the impact of online hate, urging viewers to concentrate on racing and the excitement it brings. In this ever-evolving world of Formula One, let's keep pushing for a more supportive community. What are your thoughts on how we can improve the dialogue between fans and drivers? Share your views in the comments below.